Hey, so I guess it's still basically within 4 years is my guesstimate, my best guesstimate. But lately I've been hearing that CERN has done something that they may have broken through. So if they come in with some kind of a, where they fuck it up and we're going to go extinct again, instead of going extinct, they're going to go right to the ascension. And but I've been reading about how Palladians live, and fascinating. They don't have any soap. They don't ever wash up or take showers because everything is pure. The waters, they swim in the waters real clean, and you don't have any blood anymore. You have light, and so when you eat fruits and vegetables and stuff, it's just to go to the light, and then it isn't like a digestive system with a nervous system and all that we have now. It's going to be very different to have light instead of blood. I mean, so we have a body that never ages, never has a disease. We don't have to think about that stuff. And I think, God, how often do we think of that now? But as I'm learning to move away from germ theory and all things, I was thinking about this, like they have prevented so many, they've turned off and deactivated every nuclear warhead. There won't be any new nuclear war anymore. And every time they've had to shut it off a number of times because people fuck with it. But they prevented, like a lot of the stuff with COVID, they decreased a lot of the thing. They didn't change the result, but they lessened a lot of that, so we wouldn't get as damaged. And I was thinking, we could, we have so little dependency. I did this. This thing came to me one time, yield to the field, and I didn't really know what it meant at the time, but now I do. But yield to the field because the field, everything is made by source. God is not a person or a father. He's everything, and everything is love. So, if you want to get to know God in a personal sense, then you have to get to know your soul, because your soul is God. It's a piece of that, and so we're in human form, and this is our soul's journey. So. I've been reconnecting with my soul. You could think that you're separate from your soul and you sell your soul and all that shit. It's all bullshit. You cannot harm your soul. You cannot separate from your soul ever. Your soul is there for everything, and he knows you 100%, loves you infinitely, unconditionally. Your soul loves you. No one can possibly love you more than your soul. And this is your soul's journey. Your soul has been there. So if you ever feel a little bit down, like on yourself, ask your soul, say, how do you love me? Because I did this or whatever. And then he'll show you a picture and take you back to your original intention of that. And he shows me, yeah, that was my original intent. But so it's the compassion, the layers of compassion, and he knows why we did every single thing we did, and he loves me infinitely. You cannot fuck this up. He's gonna love you. It's like when you're kids, they can fuck up all they want, but you're still gonna love them. It's much more than that, much more, much deeper, because our soul is God. Our soul is perfect. It's a perfect reflection of God because it is God. And when they strip away everything, that's who we really are. So we chose to take a separate view. We're separate of the soul in our mind. Some people get so separate that they murder themselves. I always wonder if they commit suicide. One of them is a murderer and one of them is a victim. So which is which? You got to make a choice. You know, you've only got one soul, and it's you. So your soul has a soul room for you, and so just jump in there every day and get to know him. And then now he asked me, "Hey, why don't you take us with you?" Because they know me 100%, and the most anybody else can know me is 25%. We're capped. I don't know why, but we are. We're not here for that journey, but it's kind of cool. But we got a little bit more privacy here, a little bit more separation. But now we want to reconnect back to our soul. And our soul has a room waiting for us inside of ourselves. And when you close your eyes, you say, I've arrived in my divine inner sanctum or my soul room or whatever you want to call it. And then you breathe out and in through the nose, out through the nose. I'm at home. I'm at home in this section of eternity. I am home right now. And this is the last go around for 3D Earth. We're one of the last humans that'll ever be on this planet. And it's going to go out of business. It's going to phase out. 5D New Earth will be the new bottom tier, but the difference is all duality, all evil will be removed from the entire spectrum, the entire 12D spectrum, so there won't be any more of that. So I think that because there is no duality, and because we're moving to another dimension, we have to have a body to match. They had to move us, you know, in order to create this and leave this other stuff behind that won't go with us. There won't be any soulless humans, NPCs, or what do they call them, clones. There won't be any of those. There won't be any evil. And that'll just be removed. And eventually everybody, even if they don't make it on the first shift, everybody's going to be in 5D eventually. Everybody with the soul is God. So they're not going to forget anybody. And, you know, we may go up there and they may send us back to go help or something. I don't know. I'm willing to do whatever. But, so I was thinking yield to the field means if you can yield enough to the field, like the reason, you know, there may be some resistance to things you have out in the world. Maybe you don't want to yield to everything. Maybe you just want to like have some barriers. And that's true. And then you get to this point where, fuck it. Yield to the field. So if they can lessen COVID or lessen things, the effects of things, chemtrails, if they can lessen that on the outside automatically without us asking, we can ask for, you know, all the stuff that we consume. You know, there's so much bad shit. Instead of just like being a doctor and trying to remember a million things, just before every time you look, will you block anything that is bad for me? Please. I mean, I ask your help. If there's something bad I'm eating, I don't want to, and block it. So that's yielding to the field. That's trusting the unseen forces that are with you all the time, that know you 100%. And they know you much more. So when you walk, since you're in the soul room anyway, say, let's go. And then you're walking like you're walking to Club 54 or out the parking lot with your friends. You're about to go in there. I don't know. It's just like you have this confidence knowing that you have people that really, really care about you and love you. The people that love you the most are your spirit guide and, you know, your friends from your original planet, whatever that is, and the people that will be there when we ascend. We're, you know, so to trust our soul is like automatic. That's what you'd think it would be easy to do, but it took a little thinking. But you know, I did ask him about, what's this about? You could sell your soul like these people in Hollywood could sell their soul. He just laughed. And he says, man, he says, go over there and get the ocean with your bare hands. And, I mean, I put 2 hands in the ocean. I can't, and then carry it back. I mean, that's what it'd be like to try to grab your soul. Your soul is massive, massively big. And it can be as big as it wants to be. So it's God. No one's ever going to touch your soul. So when I go in my soul room, I don't have to ask for the armor of protection or any of that. Nobody is going to fuck with your soul, and you thank for the protection, but it's like this is like your bomb shelter that you're going in there. You knew times would get rough at the end, and you're going to go in the safe house, but at first that's what it's like that. But then after a while, you think your soul thinks everything that you think is funny, your soul thinks is funny, and vice versa, because you are connected with your soul, and your relationship with your soul is totally different, and it's in a way that only you understand, and that's the way it should be. But your soul is with you every microsecond. Your soul likes to be involved in boring shit, just sitting around, not doing anything, or he's involved with your Cheerios, man. He's like everything. So, but anyway, I thought if I could yield to the field, because I'm seeing how powerful that is. And then if I get to this balance where, my brain isn't working as good, I get to the place like of no mind, and I'm just doing. And then all of a sudden I get to zero energy, and that's when all these gifts, I think, really come. When you can fly, you can do anything you want when you're at 0 point energy. So that's what it leads to, is to yielding to trying to say yes to everything. Because, I think I should have died many times looking back, and I think I was saved from death. So that was my spirit guides and everything, and they knew I had this intention, or this was part of my soul plan or whatever. But some people it's not. Sometimes they just want to get in and get out. So, but I think I came here for this ascension, and that I couldn't figure out what my purpose in life was. Now I know. It's just really to go to 5D and start my life, which I'm actually 70 or something, but it doesn't matter. You don't worry about dimensions where I'm from. But, wow, it's exciting. Maybe it'll happen sooner. If CERN fucked up, and they're going to fuck up and make everybody extinct, then it'll be moved up to, like 2025. But if it's what I think it is, it'll be, probably, 2027 or something like that. But I think it's going to be 25 or 27. Anyway, that's my prediction. That's my guess of when the ascension will be. And one thing we'll be able to do right away is we'll all be able to fly automatically. It's like we won't even have to learn how to do that. And we'll all know telepathy. We'll be able to communicate. But they have a lot of devices too. They got a lot of shit. Somebody said, well, our phone, we'll have internet.
Oh, Jesus. I said, man, you're thinking way too small, man. You're thinking way too small.